Hey, this is Brian Johnson, one of the co-founders of Vitality Products, and the purpose of my video is really just to share with you my experience with using the product Acetyl-L-Carnitine. Like, to kind of give you an idea, it has made such a massive difference in my own life, not counting the people that I've introduced it to, that we've actually started creating the product for our own product called Vitality Product Acetyl-L-Carnitine. Now, I'm going to share with you a little story first, and then I'm going to get in with you the science. This is going to be a really short video just to give you some good, impactful information and to perhaps create the opportunity for you to invest in this product for yourself to try it and see if you notice any differences. So I introduced this to a guy by the name of Mark, and we'll leave his last name out. And Mark, for quite some time, has had a really difficult time remembering things. For example, when I used to personal train, we would do boxing, and we would do boxing combinations and do 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, and just different combinations of numbers and punches. For the life of him, he could not remember them at all. 1, 2, back and forth, 1, 2, 3, 4, and he would get them all jumbled up. So I was just thinking, I was like, man, maybe there's some things that I can introduce him to neurologically that he can take in the form of a supplement or a food that can dramatically help him understand and to remember, most importantly. Well, what I'm about to share with you is it's going to be pretty fascinating because it literally baffled me at how much of a difference this actually made for him. So we started him on the product called Acetyl-L-Carnitine, exactly like what I'm talking to you now, same product I use myself. We started him on about 1,500 milligrams, which is typically about 3 capsules, all at one time in the morning. He started coming back to practice. All of a sudden, he's remembering all these combinations, and I'm just like, this is really interesting because for the last month or two, he hasn't really been able to remember much of it at all. Here's the most intriguing part. He actually got a promotion at work. He approached me, came back to practice. He's like, Brian, you're never going to believe this. What you introduced me to and what this product actually did in my body and helped me to do has dramatically changed how I was able to show up at work, my ability to be effective, so much so that my boss actually gave me a promotion because of how much I've actually been doing. He goes, now, that may not seem like a lot to you. The important thing to remember is that I've been in my job for 10 years in the same position. And I've had these issues going on, but I could never pinpoint exactly why I wasn't able to connect the dots or why I wasn't able to remember. The acetyl-L-carnitine that you helped me with and introduced me to, I guess it was something that my body was just deficient in. And when I introduced this to my body, it made a massive difference on my life. And I cannot thank you enough for what it has actually helped me to be able to do. Now, that may sound like a pretty far-out story, and honestly, it is a far-out story. It's a fact. It's one that I've experienced myself. And I've experienced hundreds of other stories similar to that have made a massive difference because their brains have been deficient in a very natural, normal product called acetyl-L-carnitine, which is an amino acid. It's a neurotransmitter. I use this on people with Parkinson's and cancer and AIDS that come to me with work with them. It is one of my staples that I use for myself. I'm actually ADD. I actually have dyslexia, and I can understand or feel when I'm off, and I know how to reverse it back temporarily through acupressure points and meridians. Using acetyl-L-carnitine in the combination with DHA, which is official, has made a massive difference on my clients who have had ADD, who have had ADHD, who have had problems returning and remembering and just being able to collectively use their mind all in one place at one time to remember and to connect the dots. So if what I talked about today resonated with you on any level, trust me, follow my advice and make a decision to give yourself permission to at least just try acetyl-L-carnitine one time. Literally, it's under a $20 investment, and it can massively make a difference in your life. It's completely normal. It's completely natural. It's all vegetarian-based products, so there's no type of artificial stimulants or anything like that. And it is something that your mom and dad can benefit from. It's something that athletes can benefit from. It's something that you just maybe, no matter where you're at on your journey, it's something that you can try that may provide massive value to you in your life. So hopefully you got some good information out of what I share with you. We appreciate your time, and always remember this. If you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Have an amazing day. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to myself or Chris. We'll be glad to support you and get back to you as quick as possible. So have an amazing day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.